bitter criticism. I'm just going to read one or two news because I'm reading a book for my selection to a master degree course on design far northwest in Brazil, in Pernambuco state. So I have to do my homework. It's been a nice book actually about design, but I have to read also some news. Let's be happy. Let's read Cgtn and that's it. You know, I was considering make a pullover or a jersey, a shirt, but I guess I'm going to make a bottom, just a bottom. Very short news, 1 minute news about Denmark. China, May 15, 2025. President Xi Jinping replies to Danish businessman. China, an ideal destination for foreign investors. China has been and will remain an ideal, secure and promising destination for foreign investors, Chinese President Xi Jinping wrote in a recent reply to a letter from the All China founding chairman of the Danish Chamber of Commerce in China, DCCC. She expressed appreciation for the DCCC All China Foundation, and there's the typing mistake they came again to bitter criticism on Cgtn. Look. You know, do you see the earthquake on 4D earthquake? 4D, DCCC, 4D altogether. Typing errors, typing mistake. Is there one Chinese citizen to fix this? All China founding chairman's deep attention for China and the confidence of Danish enterprises in China regarding the country's future development. The Chinese president added that believing in China is believing in a better tomorrow, and investing in China is investing in the future. He expressed hope that the chamber and its member enterprises will continue to play the role of a bridge between China and Denmark, as well as China and Europe, and contribute to enhancing mutual understanding and friendship, as well as deepening mutually beneficial cooperation between the two sides. Recently, the DCCC All China founding chairman wrote to Xi in both his personal and chamber capacities, offering congratulations on the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Denmark, and expressing the hope to continue deepening cooperation with China. The photograph is a cover. The cover is a city view of Copenhagen, Denmark. August, it doesn't matter, August 26, 2022. So a nice country, Denmark, I guess, with input from Xinhua News Agency. And this is about politics. She's article on improving work conduct to be published in QC Journal. 2 minutes read. Regular size, May 15th, which is today, 2025. An article by Xi Jinping, General Secretary of the Communist Party of China (CPC) Central Committee on implementing the guiding principles of the Central Party leadership's 8-point decision on improving work conduct will be published on Friday. The article by Xi, also Chinese president and chairman of the Central Military Commission, will be published in this year's 10th issue of the QC Journal, a flagship magazine of the CPC Central Committee. The article is based on excerpts of Xi's major relevant statements made between then December 2012 and March 2025. It emphasizes that good work conduct is critical to the survival of a governing party. Since the 18th CPC National Congress in 2012, the party has faced its internal problems squarely, taking the formulation and implementation of the 8-point rules as the starting point to advance full and rigorous party self-governance. These efforts have led to significant improvements in party conduct, the working practices of government officials, social morality, and individual virtues, enhancing the party's image among the people. The article stresses a strict approach in implementing the 8-point rules and requires leading officials at all levels to take the lead in setting a good example. It further points out that efforts to strengthen party and government conduct must closely align with the key requirement of maintaining a close bond with the people, guard against any slackness in the process, and remain vigilant against new cover form of misconduct to resolutely prevent any resurgence of relevant problems. The implementation of the 8-point rules is an important endeavor for the party to earn public trust in the new era. The article says, requiring consistent and persevering efforts in this regard. And that's it. The cover photo is young members of the Communist Party of China receive anti-corruption education in a village in Rugao, a county-level city in Nantong, East China's Jiangsu province, May 7, 2025. Maybe the most interesting news, the more interesting news by now, politics. May 15, 2025, China urges U.S. to end sanctions, to end Section 233 tariffs, criticizes export control overreach. 2 minutes reading news. And there's a photograph. Cars are ready to be loaded onto vessels for export. Wushu City is China's Anhui province. A lot of cars. I guess they are electric cars. China's Commerce Ministry on Thursday called on the United States to immediately halt its Section 232 tariff measures and engage in equal-footed dialogue to address mutual concerns. Speaking at a press conference, Yong Qian, spokesperson for the Commerce Ministry, criticized the U.S. tariffs on imported automobiles, steel, and aluminium, as well as a Section 232 investigation into imported pharmaceuticals as, quote, typical acts of unilateralism and protectionism, end quote. The spokesperson emphasized that these measures not only infringe upon the legitimate rights of other countries and undermine the rules-based multilateral trading system, but also harm the development of U.S. industries. She also responded to a recent notice from the U.S. Bureau of Industry and Security, which declared that the use of Huawei's ascent ships anywhere in the world will violate U.S. export control regulations. She criticized the move, saying the U.S. is abusing its export control mechanisms for Chinese-made chips, which seriously harms the legitimate interests of Chinese enterprises, threatens the stability of the global semiconductor supply chain, and disrupts market rules and international trade order. Quote, such actions are detrimental to long-term mutually beneficial and sustainable cooperation between businesses on both sides, end quote. The spokesperson said, quote, China urges the U.S. to immediately correct its wrongful practices and will take resolute measures to safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese companies, end quote. Ford News, Science, May 15, 2025. World Digital Education Conference kicks off in Wuhan. A medium-sized 2-minute read news that says the 2025 World Digital Education Conference kicked off on Wednesday in the city of Wuhan, central China's Hubei province. Chinese Vice Premier Ding Xueqiang attended the opening ceremony and delivered a speech. China attaches great importance to the development of digital education, said Ding, also a member of the Standing Committee of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of China Central Committee. And there's a robot, a photograph. The photograph says, guests interact with, quote-unquote, Tianwen, a humanoid robot developed by Wuhan University at the 2025 World Digital Education Conference held in Wuhan, China, which is accelerating its efforts to become a leading country in education, will continue to promote digital transformation and intelligent upgrading in the education sector, he said. China is building a modern digital education system that is fairer, of higher quality, more intelligent, and accessible to all for lifelong learning, Ding added. Ding called for seizing the momentum of educational development in the era of intelligence, deepening international cooperation in digital education, and accelerating the implementation of the Global Digital Compact introduced by the United Nations. And there's more photographs. This is a bionic robotic fish developed by Wuhan University at the 2025 World Digital Education Conference held in Wuhan City, Hubei Province. The 2025 World Digital Education Conference themed Education Development and Transformation. The Era of Intelligence will run through Friday. The opening ceremony brought together over 600 participants, including government officials from China and abroad, heads of international organizations, representatives from universities, primary and secondary schools, and experts and scholars. Cover robotic products at the 2025 World Digital Education Conference held in Wuhan City, Hubei Province. Sources Xinhua News Agency. Well, and the last one is about Gaza. I'm not going to read because I regularly know all of this because I read Al Jazeera and that's terrible. But anyway, it says, amid Trump's Gulf visit, intense Israeli bombardment kills 80 in Gaza. Anyway, this is not the biggest genocide in history because I was listening my Trotsky's podcast. The big killing, the worst attack in history, it was the Nazis' aggression against Russian people, against the USSR. The Nazis killed between 25 million and 50 million people. But this, what happened in Gaza now, is just as Nazi as the Nazis themselves, as fascists.